It is time. Good evening, peoples. We are here with yet another One Piece reaction video, or stream rather. And we had a break week from the last One Piece chapter. Newest chapter got released on TCB, so we'll be reading that version. I haven't tried to go back to looking it on official websites to see differences. But that's usually on my own time. That is okay. At least for this, at least for today, tonight, or whatever time it may be from whenever you see this. Um, we are here to react to some good old One Piece. The last chapter, it's been a while. Last chapter we had Summers getting absolutely rolled and railroaded by Loki and Luffy entering onto the scene. We got the big Loki dragon form, who we now know is a Nidhogg. It's the Nidhogg fruit. We have a revelation that Zoan forms, at least that Zoan fruits and Zoans scale with the user, or at least the Nidhogg fruit is patient one, is the one example so far we have of fruits scaling of Zoan fruits scaling with the user. There was an explanation within the chapter that basically saying that the Nidhogg fruit would typically be about 3 times the size of a user. But that means different sizes depending on the user. And there was a graphic that showed a giant the differences between like a regular person eating the fruit to a giant eating the fruit to an ancient giant eating the fruit, and showing the actual size differences of the dragon. Now, it showed that the Nidhogg fruit would be a certain size depending on who ate the fruit. But an explanation like this typically determines or demonstrates a rule of sorts. Even though Loki's fruit is the only example of this explanation, this could easily be applied to any eater, any Zoan fruit that currently exists. And so far, and Loki serves as, I guess, the one exception to the rule of what happens. The one exception to everyone else currently having eaten a Zoan devil fruit that we've seen throughout the story. Everybody's so far been like really, anybody that we've seen have a Zoan devil fruit have turned into the various animals and have been a certain size, because so far we've had between dragons like the Azure Dragon from Kaido, to phoenixes, to bulls, to hawks and whatnot. They've been like, I guess Pell is a perfect example in this case. Pell has the hawk fruit, and he basically turns himself into a giant hawk. Hawks are normally smaller than humans, but in Pell's case, he just turned into a big hawk. It kind of explains why he didn't shrink when he turned into his beast form, when he turned into the beast into the hawk form, like purely the hawk form, he became a bigger hawk in that sense. It makes sense with that. Um, Also, it showed Summers, like I said before, it showed Summers getting railroaded and basically just getting thrown around, tossed around, while trying to terrorize the giant children with his thorn attacks and thorns and stuff. We love to hate him, and so we have we have the next 1177. We have the next we just have the next chapter. And so yeah. And I guess with that we get to we get to experience, you know, the thrashing. Now we see the aftermath of Loki's showcase. Luffy is also big. He unleashed Booming Dawn Thor rifle, which is a new old attack. A new old attack because it's he utilizes lightning, and he did the same grabbing lightning pose that he did against Kaido, which is really cool. You know, we had a Loki Luffy showcase chapter where Summers was the target. We also got energy converters, basically energy converters from Vegapunk that basically turn thermal energy into cola, superpower cola for Frankie. And now Frankie is supercharged, throwing punches with the same level of power as Jinbei's strongest attack. Was it 1,000 Brick Fist Vagabond Drill? He named it super strong Dexter, but in this case it's like super strong right. And whatnot. But anyway, we are going to go on to the next chapter. Also, and Killingham got kicked in the head by Sanji, and we'll see. Basically, we're gonna see all of the next what happens afterward. Oh, and to end off, the chapter ended with Emu understanding that the Nidhogg fruit is on Elbaf and with Loki. So we will see what comes of that, if anything were to come of that, in the immediate future. We're dealing with the Holy Knights and Emu right now, so that may come within the next chapter or two, maybe even this chapter. Anyway, we shall go on to the chapter itself. Yes. Alrighty. 1177, called Fury. And we have Robin in a meadow with gophers who are mining and creating a garden, like planting flowers in a garden with what look like gophers. Moles. Mole-made flower bed. Robin planting flowers in a mole-made flower bed. Why did I say gophers? Well, they look like gophers. They do not actually look like gophers. That is very stupid of me. Next. All right. Hurry, wah, not good. Elbaf West Village. Oh, also, Loki completely eradicated all of the nightmare beasts with one move called Thrudheim, which is a gigantic electrical attack that borders on, or I think surpasses, Enel's L4 attack with his Maxim on Skypiea. And and Dorian Brogy got turned back because they killed each other, essentially beheaded each other, and that's what turned them back. And now Zoro, Dory, Brogy, Stanson, and Hydruden, his name is briefly escaped me, are all very sad that they'll have to cut down their comrades to save them. Yeah, it's gonna be really sad. Okay, not good. Whoa, hurry! Elbaf West Village. Cool, the giant warrior pirates are fighting! Got a bad feeling about this. Get inside. You mustn't look. Ah, the children. The children are seeing fights, and they're getting excited by seeing their own kin actually in a battle. You gotta come back to us, chiefs. Unlimited strength and bodies that regenerate. Nothing beats this invincible feeling. It's so liberating. Whoa! There's the dog whistle word of One Piece, liberating. Have a taste of our power. Oh! Whoa! Captain Dory. Ooh, stab through the arm. To think that the fiercely proud giant warrior pirates would succumb to this. Shame on you all, you damn idiots. Hey, I like the cheering. Shame on you all, you damn idiots. Sun Realm near the Lift Choppers group. Stop this. We're comrades. We fought side by side. Wait, what? I can't bring myself to hurt you guys. DDT Rhodes. You don't want to cut us down. What an excuse. Join us, Kashi. Having an invincible body is the best. You can't bring yourself to hurt us, as if you could, even if you wanted. I dare you to try. I thought they all went the other way. If you get caught between them, you'll turn into a demon too. Kashi, you've got to fight. It's impossible. We've been friends forever. I can't hurt them. Hey, Gontonio, we've been buddies for a long time, and you never change. Whenever you ask for just one bite, you always go and eat half of it. Sorry, Chief. Going near. Whoa. Ikoku sovereignty. Hey! Gigantic drum. Bleh. 3-sword style. Red ogre mega fury? What? More purgatory. Possible reference an idiom about a father's anger of his kids finishing all their rights. Mega fury. Red ogre mega fury. That's funny. But that's another onigiri like finisher. The fatal strike was a real beauty. Don't worry about a thing, guys. This won't kill you. Is it me? Or do they seem giddy about this? Jarul with the... Wait a second. These guys seem awfully happy about killing their guys. Kashi, forgive me. I can't. Knock it off, you jerk. Wait. Chomp. Oh! Rumble Ball. Knock it off, you jerk. I don't feel a thing. Huh? What? Wait, flip. Hey, that's the same slap that he gave Queen. Inside the owl. Black ball. Yummy, you miserable. What the hell? What the? They decapitated him? Holy shit. You miserable dogs, do you know the hell that's in store for plebs like you that dare defy the gods? Unhand me, fishman, you're filthy. Blech. You bark a lot for someone in your position. Blech. If we box him up, he shouldn't be able to reattach everything, right? They beheaded him? The help, everyone. I guess that's one way to deal with these guys, but it's hard to believe these are the kinds of knights they are protecting the Holy Land. They... What? All that happened was he all that happened he took a concassate to the took a concassate to the dome, and that was it. And yet he's decapitated, obviously living right now, but decapitated, fully awake, but also essentially incapacitated because he's decapitated. These are the kinds of knights they have protecting the Holy Land. They just they just got him? That's it? We've just gotten too strong for them, Sanji. Luffy's an emperor now, you feel me? Hey, Frankie's right. That's great and all, but it pisses me off to think that such vermin were allowed to terrorize Elbaf. Underestimate us while you can, maggots. There's still one more who hasn't taken any damage yet. Don't let your guards down. One more. Sommers is out. Killingham's out. Ah, now it's It's Imunko, rather. Zeus, fires keep breaking out all over Elbaf. Understood. For now, just keep the rain pouring. Got it. I'll give it my all. Dolga ha 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 ha. Yeah ha ha. Whoa. Hey, Nami, Sanji, Frankie, Jinbei. Gear 5 of Luffy. Squeak, squeak. It's huge. Like a sea king. Wait, if it's with it's you, don't tell me that's Loki. That's a buddy of yours. No way. That's so cool, right? This guy's just too big. Are you out of your minds? Nami got everybody. Everybody shook. Gigantic dragon? Nah. Nami shook. Gigantic. What we got? Joy Boy, or the reincarnation of the god of reincarnation of the sun god. A gigantic mythical dragon, ancient mythical dragon, the size of a sea king, and a magic squirrel hammer. And all of them are like, holy shit. You've gone and made friends with another freak. I'm glad you beat the monsters, but seriously, that thing's breath is only feeding the flames. Don't you see? You have to burn Elbaf to the ground to stop the bad guys. It defeats the whole point, so knock it off. Hey, Nami spitting though. There's a point to be made with that. It's like, hey, if you're trying to save Elbaf by burning it to the ground, what the hell is left to save after that? This Ragnar, I like this prime reaction. Only Nami is capable of making the sun god react this way. You got me in trouble, Loki. I just want to crush all the threats to Elbaf. Why the hell should I give a crap about your crewmates bitching? And then he gets burnt by... Oh, it's just lightning. Why didn't that work? I would have sent you flying if it did. That's really fun. Oh, it's just lightning. It doesn't. This is the third time. Holy shit. The third time in 2 arcs. No, not the third time. Third time? No, it's the second time in 2 arcs. The last time was in Wano, actually. When, funny enough, Zeus / Big Mom hit Luffy with an electric attack. And hit Luffy with an electric attack, and it did fucking nothing. I like that Luffy is just continuing to get hit by people that don't know he's immune to lightning, and You're just like, wait, what? It didn't work? Why didn't it work? Oh, it's just lightning. Why didn't that work? I would have sent you flying if it did. That's really funny. Center of Branch 8 Brooks crew. Usopp! Please flee. I can't. Oh! Imu has the blicky! Let's go! I came here for my own reasons. She's dangerous. Who would. Wait a second. Who would run and. Yo! Usopp! What are you doing? Hey, man! Oh my goodness! Oh! We step away. We step away from the Brook and Emu fight for Usopp to be the one to be like stepping up and taking hits. Look at that. Who would run and abandon a crewmate at a time like this? Go Usopp. Brook, true warriors do not run. Go Usopp. Usopp. I've always dreamed of visiting this place, to come to the land I've admired. I won't disgrace myself. Not here. Besides, I'm burning with fury right now. Brook, these guys, they're looking down on Elbaf. Their gutless plan was to sneak here and kidnap children. Well, well, well. Their gutless plan was to sneak here and kidnap children. They didn't use their own strength at all in this invasion. They relied on those monsters and hijacked the minds of all those proud warriors, trying to force them to slaughter each other. Usopp is cooking? How dare you carry out such a cowardly and underhanded scheme, you shameless bastard! Usopp! Oh! Went and kicked the warriors of Wait a second, Brook and Usopp versus Emu? The warriors of Elbaf fight with their own swords and shields. They put their own lives on the line. They're a nation of warriors. If you want to conquer them, do it fair and square. Fight them head on, you spineless coward. Usopp stepping up. A dominant ruler never sullies their own hands. Skull bomb grass. Fire? Usopp, Brook, it's her. She's the source of the hockey we felt down in the realm of the dead. Hey, Loki, I'm really pissed now. I wasn't planning on letting these guys off the hook anyway. Nika, Nidhogg, submit or perish. This battle shall divide the world. Hey, man. Face to face at last. Emu versus Loki and Luffy. Hey, man. Even though Emu beat the hell out of also, that shit happened off screen. We got the end of the fight. We got the end of them, of Brook and Usopp duking it out with Emu. Of all characters! Yeah, they were going to lose, but who the hell would have seen fucking Usopp and Brook going face to face with Emu? That was not on my bingo card. Good speech by Usopp, by the way. Good speech by Usopp. Chapter 1177, and we come back next week with the showdown between Emu and Luffy and Loki. Or in Emu's point of view, Nika and Nidhogg. Submit or perish. This battle shall divide the world. I'm really pissed. I wasn't planning on letting these guys off the hook anyway. Hurt a crewmate. Now you've got Luffy angry. This is a badass panel, though. Good on Usopp and Brook for doing as much as they did. Even though it was practically nothing, I like the way that Usopp took a stand. I'm glad that Usopp took a stand here. Emu had a point here, though. A dominant ruler never sullies their own hands. A dominant ruler, really should just be dominant rulers never sully their own hands. We've come so far from using the word his and most things as a singular, but whatever. Fire. Skull bomb grass. Fire. Kaboom. Basically took the brunt of his own explosions. It might not have done much, but at the very least, Usopp left damage that needed to be regenerated from the attack, even though it was point blank. Was this it, though? A burning fury. I won't disgrace myself. Not here. Besides, I'm burning with fury right now. If you want to conquer them, do it fair and square. Fight them head on, you spineless coward. I like that Usopp and Brook came together to tag team Emu. They weren't going to win, but I like we so far haven't gotten Brook's. Anyway, Brook's motivation behind why he took up arms against Emu of all care, against Emu, or at least Emunko in this case. That was a nice. I like that chapter. It was light with levity, and then at the very end, we had a good, serious, impactful moment for Usopp. Hopefully, there will be more, but this is a good way for Usopp to show that even though he might have been like scared, he probably was like pissing himself the entire time that he was going up against fucking Emunko. I'll just say that. But he was there to back up his comrade. No matter what Brook's current motivation is for him to be fighting, Usopp was right there. Usopp left the group. He left the other group, by the way, while they were dealing with killing him, to go back up Brook, whatever the cause was. That's really nice to see. And he's being rewarded. His like bravery right now is being rewarded currently by having Luffy and Loki take up arms against Emu. We'll see where this goes. This is where the real fight begins. But I wonder how Brook and Usopp will contribute I don't think they'll be down for the count. But I would like to think, I want to believe that Usopp will have a moment similar to what happened in Stampede and what he did in Stampede and what he did in Film Red, where he had a supporting role in the final fight, in the big fight. He did something where, Luffy was fighting the bad guy head on. Luffy was going toe to toe with in the main fight, in the climactic fight, in those two movies especially. And Usopp, as the sniper, provided cover fire in some way. In Stampede, he shot seeds that grew and crushed Bullet's construct and served as a distraction and a sabotaging and an effective sabotage that helped Luffy win the fight. And in Film Red, he used his observation haki and connected with his dad on the outside of the dream realm to direct the rest of the forces. Support roles like that. I don't think that Usopp is going to get a solid 1v1 fight for the rest of the story until Van Augur. But little moments like this, little moments that show that Usopp doesn't back down, especially when it comes to his comrades, comes to his friends, and things like this where his convictions override his fear and override his cowardice. These character moments for Usopp are what I myself look for in character moments for Usopp. And this is great, I don't think I really need him to have a whole ass fight. But I do need him to step up and show that even when he's cowardly, his sense of duty and his convictions override that cowardice. More opportunities and more moments where continues to show that bravery. It can be funny to watch him cower in fear. But shit like this, where Usopp is essentially fighting one of two, if not the final boss. It's an advanced version of what he tried to do against Lucci in Enies Lobby. When Luffy was essentially down for the count, Usopp appeared and said, "We are going to get out of this." Essentially, we're going to get out of this. Luffy, you gotta get up. If you won't get up, then I will fight Lucci. I will fight him. It's an advanced version of this, but without the declaration that he's going to fight the main bad guy. In this case, Usopp is actually fighting the main bad guy alongside Brook, by the way, who did something similar in his own arc. When trying to get his shadow back from Ryuma. Even though he lost to Ryuma, he still went up against and had a legitimate duel with the Ryuma zombie before his bravery and before his standing up for himself was rewarded with Zoro taking over. In this case, it's both of these characters, Brook and Usopp, fighting the final boss of the arc. The final boss of the arc, and likely of the entire series, with their convictions. And even though they didn't come out on top, they put up a fight. They put up a valiant fight and essentially stuck it to the main bad guy. In this case, it was Emu. And they're being rewarded narratively by Luffy and Loki coming in to take their place. And setting off Luffy to setting off Luffy into protecting his friends mode, which is likely probably the most dangerous, and any enemy will find themselves when fighting Luffy is when you hurt someone that he cares about. That's the most dangerous Luffy to fight, to go up against. Likely similar with Loki as well, but we have yet to see what Loki is going to do and how Loki is really going to fight outside of some thunder attacks. But I hope that Usopp and Brook are able to do more, considering Brook's connection to to Gunko and Usopp's bravery coming into the fore. We'll see how it goes when coming next week and whatnot, and we get the start to the fight, to the main fight of the arc. Luffy and Loki versus Imunko. We're going to some really, really nice places here. We're going to some really nice places. Anyway, thank you so much for anybody that comes through to come in and see who comes to see me, who comes to see the VOD. Thank you very much. You have a good one, you guys. Have a great time.